¿Qué sopa familia? ¿Cómo va la vaina? It's your girl Kenny Ken of Guided Affirmations, bringing the air, sun, and moon placements, their weekly need-to-know message for today, December 15th, all the way up until December 21st. Pero ya tú sabes, we're already going to get into the breath work. We're going to do 5 big old breaths today and allowing for our breathing to just be what we need in this moment. Just making sure that our bellies are fully expanding, and that on the exhales, we're fully releasing all that we no longer need. So vamos a comenzar con las respiradas. Vamos a inhalar, inhala, y exhala, inhala, y exhala, inhala, y exhala. 2 more breaths. Inhala, y exhala. Very last breath. Inhala, y exhala. So let's just jump right on into it because I've already shuffled these cards. And let's see, what do our Gemini sun and moon placements, spirit? Clear and accurate messages. What do the Gemini sun and moon placements? What do they need to know for this next upcoming week? We have the mask, and then we have the wand, and then we have chaos at the bottom of the deck, which is super interesting. Gems, super interesting gems. I feel like you're like going through this change type of vibe. It's like you're going through a change and you're seeing things so much clearer now. Like you're fully understanding some of the things that you may have thought you had a grasp on, or you may have thought you fully knew inside out, but like whatever happened is really just like showing you like, wow, like maybe I was like blind to certain things, or maybe I was only halfway picking up on things and like not really noticing things for what they truly were. Or even this idea of, I'm going to say not being magical, only because this is a wand and it's about passions. But I feel like, oh, yes. Okay, bet. I just got back to the tarot. It just hit me. So it's very much this idea of this change and like in what it is that your passions are, or how it is that you want to go about your passions, and the way that you may have like had really high standards for yourself, or really no structure, or no standards, or just like winging it. Like whatever you were doing, you're noticing how it was limiting you, and like you're awakening to this sense of how to go about things from a stronger perspective, or from a perspective that actually aligns with what it is that you want to do, or how you want to put your work out there, or how you want the world to see you. You no longer want to use the picture that was painted for you. You know what I'm saying? You're like, actually, let's color outside of these lines. Actually, I don't really like this pre-painted sun. I want to do some like graffiti type painted sun, or whatever the case may be. Oh, we was using acrylic paint here. Nah. I'm an oil-based mommy, like, or poppy, or like whatever the case it is for you. You know, it's like fully opening up your eyes to the it's like not even big things, you know. That's what I'm getting, because it doesn't really feel like this like big transformative, like super immersive ass change. It truly feels like if you were cutting corners, or if you were creating bigger corners than you needed, how it showed up for you. Like, actually, we could do this in this small step. It don't gotta be 5, 8, and 9. It could just be 2 and 4, or just 1, you know what I mean? But like, let's see what other messages to our Gemini sun and moon placement, spirit, clear and accurate messages, please. What other messages do we have for our Gemini? Oh, I'm losing my hands. Losing my hands. I don't even know if that makes sense. What other messages do the Gemini sun and moon placements need to know, spirit? Trust and the support of the universe. Nah, I know that's right. I ain't gonna say nothing else, but listen, that faith It's crazy. When you show up for yourself, the universe shows up for you. Literally. And that's all. That's that on that. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. We're gonna dive right on into our Virgos. Virgos. Let's see. Closing out all of this, Gemini. It's like a sigh of relief for you, Gemini. I ain't even gonna hold you, but closing out all of this Gemini energy, spirit. Closing the energetic door to all of this Gemini energy. And welcoming in the Virgo Sun and Moon placement, spirit. What do the Virgo Sun and Moon placement? What do they need to know? What messages do they need to know for this upcoming week, spirit? That's the two cards, but we'll see. What messages do they need to know, spirit? Damn, shorty. Damn, shorty. Virgos, yeah, I got a lot. They want to say a lot, and I just don't want them to say that much. Just kidding. What messages, spirit? What messages do the Virgo Sun and Moon placements need to know for this upcoming week? What messages do the Virgo Sun and Moon placements need to know? We have the Lord and the Moon, yo. I don't know if y'all peeped that earlier, because I don't know what the camera caught. No, I wasn't really paying attention. But we got the Lord in reverse, and we got the Moon. A lot of stuff is happening for this full moon for some of these signs. And I mean, I feel that I'm trying to get more up on my astrology. And when I do, I'll definitely like incorporate that into the videos for some tidbits and fun. But like, it's the last full moon of the year. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's like, yo, whatever you didn't learn, let's bing, bang, bong, boom. Like I don't even know if that's any English. But the point is like, yo, I'm not gonna hold you, Virgo. I feel like this week you finna sit down. Like, I feel like you finna sit down. Like, I feel like it's really finna sit you down. Like, you've been doing a lot. Like, you've been doing a lot, and I feel like the full moon energy may just like take you out. And like not even, yep, look, the cup was at the bottom of the deck, like right side up. So it's like I didn't even think to look at that. I just flipped it over just now, but it was like, yeah, because with this Lord, like this Lord is very much in this deck as like the yang energy for the whole entire deck. And I feel like maybe you've had too much yang energy going on. You've been doing a lot. Have you been tendering to this moon emotional, like spiritual side of yourself, or have you been really focused and leaned into only this work life or this work structure? And have you allowed yourself the room to play, the room to fill your cup back up, and to really kind of like nourish some of those emotions, or even to let them fucking feel like through your body, to pulsate through your body? Like, have you been stuffing that shit down because you got to put your head up to get another day's work in? Like, yeah, we need a check, but like, baby, how you gonna get the check if you can't get up? Like, how are you gonna get the check if you can't get up? Like, if you cannot wake up like out of the bed the next day physically because you're so like emotionally drained from avoiding what has been coming up for you, like how are you gonna make the next step? Like, that's the real question here. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. Because I want to be your friend that tells you, like, fuck all that other shit, put yourself first. Because, like, what? Like, nah, none of that. Like, all of the outside stuff is important. But how can you show up to outside stuff if you aren't sustaining yourself, you know? But let's see. What other messages do the Virgos need to know, Spirit? Ooh. What other messages do the Virgos need to know? Let's see. I'm gonna take the first one. We have be forbearing and patient. Be patient. Be patient with yourself, yo. Be patient with yourself. Like, that's really what this is about. Like, you cannot expect for things to just always happen without you kind of like without a mood switch, you know? And I feel like that takes patience, like to fully honor when things switch for you internally, and to give yourself the space for that. Because once you do, then you can bear more fruit that way. You can be more so like the leader of the pack. But is there anything else I need to say here? Yeah, I feel like the last thing that I would say is the only way for you to bear your fruit or for you to collect your harvest is for you to fully like find the space and the time for all parts of you, not just the parts that pays the bills. Just saying. But with that being said, we're gonna close out all of this Virgo energy. Spirit closing out all of this Virgo energy, and calling in the Libra Sun and Moon placements. Spirit, what do the Libra Sun and Moon placements what do they need to know for this next 7 days? Spirit, what do the Libra Sun and Moon placements what do they need to know? Spirit, what do they need to know? What do they need to know? The Libra Sun and Moon placement. Spirit, what do the Libra Sun and Moon placement need to know for the next 7 days? The next 7 days, we got the horseshoe. And then we got the Lord upright. Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't it? No funny shit. Okay, so I feel like last week for Libras, like I feel like this is just another confirmation for you, TBH. Like whatever it is that you've been doing, you've been about your business. And I feel like all of that is dead ass paying off for you. I feel like last week your message was more so about maintaining like the faith, and like you've been like kind of like tapping into more of I think it was a spiritual essence, or more of your divinity, more of your highest self, like just really trying to be super internal and like relying upon yourself. And I feel like this week like is showing you how those steps and continuing down those steps have allowed you to create some of this like this order, or like some of this like full like faith and understanding that like, yo, when I put in the work, like all I'm gonna get back is like the work that was done. You know what I mean? Like when you put out, or when you go about things with love, like you're only gonna get love back. And I feel like this energy of fully just like wanting to do better for yourself in order to vibrate higher and maintain some of that like energetic frequency that you have is really like favoring out for you, you know. It's very much like the sense of like you realizing how royal you really are, and how you're stepping into that. You're like hopping into the luck. Like for me, he wants to hop off the page and he wants to like jump in. Like your yang energy is popping. It's popping. Oh, I'm looking at the flowers here right now. Like you literally crowning yourself. Those are stars, babe. I'm so sorry. Those are stars. But like it's almost like you're crowning yourself, and like you're fully understanding like the full depths of your power, and you're trusting. You're no longer allowing for like the outside sources and influences to like really weigh you down. And I think that's super beautiful. And we're gonna just pull one more card. Just gonna pull one more card. We're just gonna pull one more. It's just uno más. What is the Libra Sun and Moon placements? What else do they need to know? I don't know. We might not need a card, but we're gonna try anyway. What do the Libra Sun and Moon placements need to know? Okay, that's 2 cards. We'll get that. So you have recognize your significance. The rabbit, recognize your significance. Like, and then you have be strong and courageous. Again, with this duality, this yin and yang, I feel like this is like super aligned for you, Libras, because it's just like you're fully noticing and like hopping into what it is that you have, and you're owning it, and you're not letting anything or anyone step in your way. And I think that's beautiful, because in a sense it's like you're finding your purpose, and you're finding the reason as to why you are here, or the reason as to why you want to continue to be here. And that is the most beautiful blessing in itself. But let's close out. Since we're on this duality bit, let's do 2 breaths on a close out. Let's inhale and let's exhale. And on this very last one, let's inhale. Let's hold it and release. Nos vemos la próxima semana. Chao.